Hey y'all, it is Zach, and today I'm not feeling great and my hair looks a little questionable, but I am cooking a zucchini squash, no, cooking spaghetti squash, and this is like a common meal I make, and I feel like people need to know you don't have to be an expert chef to make some great food, right? So, I'm not an expert chef. I really don't think I know how to cook at all, really, but cooking spaghetti squash is super easy. So please join me in watching me cook this and figure out how to make it, alright? Okay, alright. Alright, so this is just your standard, well, I don't know if it's standard spaghetti squash. I keep wanting to call it zucchini, but this is usually the size I go for. I like to get a little bit on the bigger side because I like to have a lot for multiple meals. This sticker is not coming off. This is awkward. This can't happen on camera. Ugh. There we go. There we go. So I like to have a larger squash because I save it and I use it for lots of meals. I'm a little bit of meal prepping, if you will. So sometimes they can be difficult to cut. Some advice is if that's the case, you can put it in the microwave for just like 30 seconds to a minute, and that sometimes helps with it. I've had this one out for a while, and while it's still firm and I think will be good to eat, I'm hoping that that helps out a little bit. But I just cut it down this way. Now I've heard if you cut it in sections like this, where cross sections of this kind of a thing, that it gives you more of the desired like feeling of longer noodles, like it might be closer to spaghetti. But spoiler alert, this is not going to taste like spaghetti, period. So it's much easier to get the strands of the squash out if you cut it this way, in my opinion. And so, you know, get over the illusion of it being spaghetti and just enjoy it as squash. Now, I'm sure there's probably a safer way to cut this, so, you know, disclaimer, please be safe. But again, this is just Zach making the spaghetti squash, you know? You know? You are probably not seeing anything because my hand is blocking it, but, you know, that's just how this is gonna have to be, y'all. So I usually flip it over and try to line it up so that there's going to be some halves. So other things I already did is I have got my oven preheating to about 450. That's just a made up kind of temperature that I use. I know that I originally, the first time I cooked this, did look up some guidelines online, but ever since then I've kind of just, you know, made it my own and do whatever I really want. So you're gonna open it and this is what you're gonna find. To be honest, sometimes it's very difficult to get everything, but you're gonna want to just take a spoon, which I might have to get one out, and you're just gonna scoop inside of here. Actually, this is coming out much easier than it does sometimes, so that's great. It kind of might take you a little bit back to carving pumpkins, because it's a squash. It's in the squash family, like pumpkins. I don't know, is that real? Is that science? Is that how cooking works? Is that how vegetables work? I don't know. You're gonna get a little bit messy, though. Some people do repurpose these seeds, like roast them and things like that. I don't really have any interest in doing that. But you know, if you really want to make the most use out of your squash, then do it. Sometimes I can't get all of these little like slimy strands off of it. I find that it's not the end of the world because they bake up and are like not slimy and there's not really an issue. So if you're not exactly perfect and don't get all of it, no stress, y'all. No stress at all. So we're going to call that one good. And let's do our other half. Yeah, this is actually coming out not too badly. Ooh, oh. See, that's a little annoying though. She's just trying to be a little difficult. Wow, y'all, I have not done a cooking video in so long, and by so long I mean I did one time, and I think I made some almond flour pancakes. To be honest, I've just been really busy and not doing a lot of cooking. I think I mentioned before, part of my position includes like, part of my like job includes a meal plan as compensation on a college campus. So I've been eating a lot of meals there, for better or for worse. You know, the good news is I've been maintaining my weight loss, so it's not like a huge deal. But I could do better, and I usually do better when I'm like eating my own cooked food. It's easier to, you know, weigh and keep track of specific like grams of food that I'm eating, among other things. I wish this would come out a little better. I don't want quite that much of the like slimy stuff. I don't know, it's really hard to get out of here right now. Alright, good enough, mostly because I'm lazy. The next thing I do is prep these for with some seasoning. I don't actually do all that much, to be honest with you. So I start, and I didn't bring it, start with just drizzling a little bit of olive oil on it. Not too much. I don't want it soaked, but just a little bit of olive oil. Oop, that was a little bit too much. And then I sprinkle a little salt on it. I don't know, that might be a lot, I don't know. And then this is almost out of pepper. I need some more pepper, but I put some pepper on it as well. Yeah, this is like empty. Oh my gosh, I need some more. I'm just gonna throw that away. And so that's basically all I do at this point. I do flip it back over onto this before I put it into the oven, and it bakes like that. I typically bake it for about 40 minutes in the oven, sometimes a little bit longer. That was my oven beeping to let me know that it is heated. So I will probably put that in there for about 40-45 minutes and just check. I prefer to veer on putting it in a little bit longer as opposed to shorter. The more thoroughly it's cooked through, the more that you can easily take it out of this like outer shell part that will that is not edible. So I'm gonna go toss that in, and I'll see you again when it is done baking. Now I think I might have messed up. I don't know, this is maybe a little bit more done than I normally do, and I'm also concerned there's like this gunky stuff on my pan. I don't know, I'm just very concerned. This is not, I swear I've cooked this many times and never had an issue. But as you can see, this got a little crispy. And that's not normally what it looks like. But actually, look at this. This is not that bad. See? Never mind. Just calm down, Zach. So, it's okay if it gets a little crispy like that. It just means it's going to be easier to get the little strands out. But basically, after this is all you do. You just run your fork through it, and everything's great. It is a little hot, so I'm probably going to take a second, but that is it. Look at those, that steam. Look at it. Oh my god, it's so hot. I also had to be careful because the fire alarm smoke detector sometimes goes off. And it can be scary. Actually, this is great. Look at how easily this is all coming out of here. Yes, so it's going to be perfect. We're going to have plenty to eat. Although, that's a little salt. Let me try a bit of this. Oh, God. Yes, you're stupid. It's hot. Oh my God. But, oh my God, just a second. Alright, y'all, that was foolish. It was really hot in my mouth. But overall, it's okay. It's good. It's good. The texture and the tenderness is just right. I don't know what is in the background of me right now. My apartment stays a hot mess these days. But it's good. And I hope that you no longer have fear about cooking your own spaghetti squash, because if I can do it, y'all for sure can, because I don't know anything about cooking. Alright. So if you like this video, please leave a comment below. Click the like button, you know, that thumbs up. Subscribe. I need all these viewers, you know, because I just do. That's just what you do on YouTube. So, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!